Hello, Blitz fans of all ages. It's me, Plumcastle here, sharing with you guys what the two new events in World of Tanks Blitz are. I am, of course, referring to the Strength-O-Meter and the Souvenir Stall, so I will be talking about both of those in today's video. And to start off, you can see at the top here, we've got Wargaming's official video for the Strength-O-Meter event, and if you want to check that out, it's really easy. You just start from your garage, and you go to the envelope icon that should sit right underneath your avatar. So you come into here and it automatically sets you on the feed page, and you can go straight into the notification labeled Strength-O-Meter, and it'll be right at the top. And that's just in case you wanted to find that and did not know how to. So here you can see we've got a quick summary by Wargaming. I'll go a little bit more in depth in just a moment. So you can see from June 21st to June 28th, every day you hit the ready button, and I'll explain what that is in just a moment. So the main objective is to, well, one of the main objectives, I should say, is to complete 10 battles in a tier 6 to 10 tank and get as much damage as possible, essentially. Now, with it being as much damage as possible, I would highly recommend going higher tier. It's not an easier tier, but it is a better damage farming tier in my opinion. Well, tier 8 and up, I should say, are probably going to be the better tiers to grind for this event here. So you get this currency called a case, and to get just one case, you have to do 100 HP of damage. Now, for example, if your gun has 300 alpha, which means it does it roughly 300 damage per shot, that means you're getting about 3 cases per shot. So you want to be making quite a few shots, as I'm sure you could probably already gather from this little notification right here. So use these cases to unlock stages and receive rewards such as premium account, gold boosters, and hammers. Now the hammers you exchange for some special items such as the Panzer and the Urban Spark. Now this is not actually the Urban Spark right here. This was a bit of a mistake. That's actually the Turbo's camouflage. I'm not sure what happened there, but I will show you the Urban Spark in just a moment. So here it is. Here is the Urban Spark. I think it looks a little messy, to be honest. Let me know down in the comments what you think, but here are a few images of the Urban Spark. Not too many tanks that I think that I have anyway would look great with this, but I don't know. And this, of course, is the main reward for the event, the Panzer. Now you can see there are a few images here, and a special thing about the Panzer is, as far as I'm aware, it actually is one of the new tanks that has the PBR models, i.e. it's an HD tank if you have that setting enabled. As far as I know anyway, we'll have to check that out in a moment. There are Panzer statistics. However, if you want to see an in-depth video, I already have one. It's already up on my channel. You can check that out. So I'm not going to go crazy in depth over here. You can just look at it, pause the video, whatever you want if you want to read that. So now let's actually look at the event itself. So here is the event. That ready button that I was telling you about, I've already clicked. It was right above here at the very top. It's super obvious. Make sure you hit that before you start grinding the event, because if you grind for all day and realize you forgot to hit the ready button, that's a day wasted. So you do want to make sure that you hit the ready button beforehand. So you can see here we've got on top, actually let's talk about the main line, because we can't talk about what's on top before we talk about how you get what's on top. So first of all, you get premium account, and then you get 5 hammers, and then you get gold, and then 5 hammers, and you work your way up, hopefully to level 10, but at least level 8. So the way this works is, as you can see down in the bottom right hand corner, it says I need 180 cases to complete the first level. Now of course, this wouldn't be a very challenging event if they didn't make it harder and harder as it goes along. So the next module, I don't know what you want to call it, the next stage, sorry, is going to be a little bit more expensive. You can see the first stage was 180, and the next stage has a total of 380 minus the 180 that the previous stage was, means 200. So we went from 180 to 200, and then I believe it goes to 210 or something like that. So it is gradually getting harder. So, as an idea, what would it take to get this in just a single day? So, the 180 cases times by the 100 damage that you need to be doing, that means you need 18,000 damage in 10 battles, which I think means you only need 1,800 damage per battle, which is fairly doable for higher tanks. However, it's still not just a simple piece of cake. It's nowhere near as easy as the Gargoyle event was. And of course, premium account is not as important. The next thing you want, of course, are the hammers. Now let's talk about what the hammers give you. So you can see here we've got the certificate for the Urban Spark. It takes 10 hammers. That should be like super easy to get. All you have to do is get to level 4. And let's take another quick look at this camouflage. You can see looks a little bit interesting. I don't know. I'm not gonna bore you with putting that on a whole ton of tanks. And of course, the main event or the main reward is the Kunze-Panzer. Now, of course, I would highly recommend to go for the Kunze-Panzer first instead of just burning all your first hammers for this certificate. That's just my personal opinion. So to get to the Kunze-Panzer, you need to at least get to level 8, which means you need to get 1,715 cases, which means about 171,500 cases or something like that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it'll be really high. If you want to see a progress report on how I'm doing, let me know if you want that. I'm not just gonna start making these unless someone actually wanted to see that. But in case, just let me know. So of course, now let's take a look at the Kunze-Panzer. And there you go, you can see it most definitely does have the PBR textures, as you can see, because I do have PBR enabled, and you can see there that it's definitely got that PBR texture look. Looks really cool, kind of detailed. Well, not kind of detailed, looks really detailed, to be honest. It looks like a big gray box, pretty typical of Germany. And there is the Kunze-Panzer, and that is for the strength-o-meter. Now let's talk about the souvenir stall. Now, I was a little bit saddened by the souvenir stall. You can see here we've got some amazing rewards. However, this currency seems a little interesting, and it doesn't. Oh, it does. So in order to get this currency, you have to get them from bundles under the gold tab in the store in exchange for rewards. So if that doesn't make sense, let me show you what that means. It means you have to go to the gold tab, and in order to get any of those, you have to buy gold, which is a little bit disappointing. However, theoretically, they would be giving us the Kunze-Panzer for free. So that is good. Wargaming is a company, of course, so they have to make money somehow. So if you are planning to get anything in the souvenir stall, you're going to have to buy gold, unfortunately. At least that's what it is so far, and I have a feeling that's how it's going to be for this whole event. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all found that helpful, and as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.